This is episode 190 of the InnerFight Podcast. Everyone's just saying hello. Let's go one more time through it. Jonesy.
Hello.
Hello. Philip.
Yes.
We'd ask Carmen to say hello, but she's not here. Chick's late and rather annoying as always. She's actually in the shower. No news for her. Anyway, here we go. Another week. Podcast number 190. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching the video version, hi. Yeah, there we go. If you do watch a video version and find it amusing, share it in the various ways that you can. Not enough sharing of it. Lots of nice feedback, and we appreciate that. But maybe we should share our video.
Yeah.
My mother watched it.
Did she?
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if my mum knows how to use YouTube. If she did, she'd post the video on Facebook because she loves Facebook. She used to try and contact me through Facebook. She'd write on my posts and write silly things, and I've lost her.
Oh, right. So she didn't realise.
But she didn't realise that everyone can see it.
Yeah, right.
It's not that I'm embarrassed by what my mum's doing, but I think I blocked her from the InnerFight page because
Well, it just gets annoying, doesn't it?
it's just annoying. Yeah.
Messaging you every single day.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
mother knows by now she's going to get one response a week.
Yeah, that's enough.
That's
And it's
all
like,
the
you post a picture of yourself doing a real hard workout. She goes, that looks really hard. Be careful.
Yeah, be careful. Don't work too hard, Philip.
Yeah.
I'm worried about you.
We all do actually love our mums, but there's
Yeah,
certain things that I think 21st century kids should be all involved in, and anyone that was born pre-19. Where should we go? 1960. Oh, here she comes.
Hi.
Hi. There we go. Pre-1960 should probably not be commenting on my Facebook, and if you are, then yeah, I might block you like I did my mum. Hopefully mum's not watching this. Carmen?
Hello there.
Whoa.
Jesus. Heard you, in my absence, were the star of Nightline, Get Fit Radio with James Pikeway. You enjoy that?
It was fun.
It was fun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this guy is a funny guy. Like his shirts, I really I had to ask him where did you get them?
You see something?
And
He
then
makes them himself.
He makes them himself. I
know.
thought like, yeah, probably.
You know, I tell you a small secret. He actually gave me one, and I've never worn it. I don't know. Yeah, I just never wore it. I was just like, I don't want to wear this. It's but yeah, you can get your Nightline radio shows on their podcast as well. Dubai Eye 103.8 or 1038.com. Folks can go over there and listen to an hour of Carmen talking to James Pikeway. We should actually give anyone that listens to that the whole of it. We should give them a free T-shirt.
Oh, I thought like a free membership here
Free.
because they probably have nothing to do then.
Yeah, it's quite tough work, but I'm sure Dr. James prefers talking to you than he does talking to me. But anyway, where were we last Friday? FitFest.
FitFest, yeah.
FitFest. What did we think of FitFest? The Atislap FitFest up at Sports City. Phil, sum it up in as few words as possible.
It was big.
The car park, it's full of cars.
There was like 4 different car parks. It was you told me to go to the wrong car park.
We went to the wrong car park.
That was pathetic.
There were only 3 cars.
else.
3 cars and 2 were ours.
Yeah, that was. Otherwise,
It was okay. We had a pretty good crowd for our talk, and and then they all got real excited when Carmen started snatching. So
You were so lucky you had me.
that was probably the best bit.
otherwise, I'd have just taken them a run around the track at 2.5k.
Yeah, watching you
no one's
watching you do burpees isn't as interesting to watch as Carmen do snatches.
We had a close
I
grip.
think this is a direct attack on me, but I think it hits you indirectly as well.
Nah, Jonesy could have benched for them or something.
Yeah, could have done a wide grip.
And when we get tired of wide grip, we go to narrow.
Get the dumbbells out. Whatever.
They didn't have enough weights for your bench, so
No.
I don't know. Do they even have a bench?
I don't know.
you
We
could have
could've
done
found
floor
one.
press.
We could have got one.
We could have found one somewhere.
But pretty reasonable event, I think, for their first hit out. Obviously, there's loads of things. It's easy to pick through it and say it could have been way better, and it could have been this, it could have been that.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of people down there on Saturday. Seemed to have a good time. There was some good events. Maria was, I think, fourth in the strong man or strong woman event.
Yeah.
Do they call it a strong woman event when it's a strong man event?
No, I think they call it strongman.
That's a bit unfair, isn't
They
it?
just leave it.
They just leave
I
it.
never thought about it actually.
Of course
Strong
you haven't.
woman or something.
No, I never
Strong
thought.
woman.
I don't do it, so.
Yeah, well, that's quite nice to see. Jonesy, you spotted a few of the figure models coming in there.
Walking around.
You saw them, didn't you?
I saw it.
A few of the ladies,
I think-
few of the guys.
Yeah. you guys. Are you talking about the suits? You talking about those suits?
No,
the one-piece things or the...
Ooh.
Here we go.
You spotted those, right?
Well,
the bodybuilding.
No, the bodybuilders.
It's a bodybuilding show.
And the female figure modelers.
Yeah.
And all of that.
Right. Yeah.
You didn't like those?
You know. You like
It's a question to you.
Yeah.
Too much.
I'm trying to get out of that.
Yeah,
Too
what
much
was
fake
that
tan.
about?
A little
Yeah,
bit too
fake
much
tan,
fake tan, eh? Maybe we should go and get one done for the next time we jump up there. Is
May
your
as well,
mic working?
Yeah, it's going now.
Is it plugged in?
Yeah.
Let's try and, I think it might be a problem at the bottom.
Don't start this again
That's
this week, Jones.
No, it was the headphones.
isn't it?
It was the headphones last week. But yeah, Carmen, been to something like that before? Enjoy that?
Yeah, I've been to some in Germany,
Right.
but that was like the biggest in Europe or something, so it was much bigger. This was, I like this because it was outside and we could all work on our natural tan.
Natural tan, yeah.
I saw those figure models looking at us and they were like, they have good tans.
They have good
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think it's a good event. Hopefully to pump it up a little bit next year. And
Yeah.
we want to thank MeFit Pro for having us down there. We were talking in their summit and seminar, and they're in charge of the seating arrangements.
Yeah, I was going to say the seat.
Actually worked out all right.
Relax on the floor.
That's why they gave us the
My
roller
butt was-
afterwards. They felt like they must be really
With that,
sore
yeah,
of
you got
sitting an hour on the floor.
Wasn't too easy that for an hour. Yeah. This weekend, HealthX in Abu Dhabi. If anyone is around in Abu Dhabi, you guys are going down to train at Yas. If you want to come down early and listen to Mohammed Qasim talk about his life transformation.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Hamad
You gonna
Al
be-
Sabri.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Hamad's story is quite cool. He's talking. It's actually quite funny, and I'm not sure if either of them listen to the podcast, but I'll share this with the people that do. They sort of said to me, "Have these boys got any slides? And can you ensure that they only talk from 6 to 8 minutes? And how's it all going to go?" I was like, "Oh."
6 minutes, Mohammed Qasim.
He hasn't even said hello.
Hey, he's talking.
Well, the thing is that Hamad is going to talk for about 30 seconds, I think. So Mohammed might get a little bit more time. And they sort of asked me, "Are they all right doing it?" And I've got to control them. So I think between between the three of us, we've got 18 minutes. So I'll talk for 2. Hamad will talk for 1.
Let Mohammed go.
Let Mohammed rock and roll. But that's quite a cool thing they've got going on down there at Yas. If anyone is there, it's quite funny as well because they said it starts at 11, be here at 10. 2 days later, she says, "I need you here at 9:30." And this morning, I get a mail saying, "Can you be here at 9?" So
Sweet. See you there at 7 o'clock.
up and down. See
Just a
you there
couple
at
more
7.
hours.
Now let's see if this works. We have one of the biggest triathlons of the year in the country on, I think it's on Saturday, Dubai International Triathlon. I'm trying to call Flanners. Here we go.
Whoa.
Is this working? Let's see the answers. Flanners.
Flax?
He won't.
Hello.
Flanners.
Oh,
Here we
this is
go.
Flax tea.
Mate,
How are we?
it's working. The Master of Endurance joins us on the podcast. Too far to get down from his house, so he's here to speak to us. Mate, give us a little bit of rundown on DIT this weekend.
Okay, it's coming. So Dubai International Triathlon,
Yep.
which is the second running of this particular event. It's a half Ironman distance race, which is a 1.9 kilometer swim, followed by 90 kilometers on the bike, and then a half marathon, 21.1k running.
Awesome. And how many people have you got involved in it, mate? How many athletes do we have? So
We've
long.
got we have 13 athletes representing this weekend, so it's going to be a fun weekend for sure.
Have you got your Lycra ready?
It's on Friday.
I'll be there in a strictly
Friday the
coaching
13th.
role and supporting.
Is it, mate? Is it on Friday or is it on Saturday?
It's Saturday.
Is it? Okay. So there's still
Yeah.
time. Is entry still open? Can Phil still enter?
Yeah.
Phil can definitely. Yeah, I can arrange for Phil to have a late entry. There's no problem at all with
Has he got
that.
the tri-suit ready?
try
Extra.
Do you have a
tri-suits
bike?
and Lycra.
Extra small.
Do you have a bike? I can lend him my bike. We can actually do a team event. You could swim, Phil, because you've been swimming a lot. I could then cycle. Jonesy's sick at the moment, so he's not going to roll.
I'm not gonna do anything.
No, I'm not gonna. I'll cycle. I'm not gonna run.
Jonesy should run. You can cycle, and Phil can do the. Sorry, Jonesy should swim.
Yeah, Jonesy
Phil should run
Yeah.
because he's
Swim
been doing
and
a lot
sink.
of running.
And what
I'll just give the water on the road. I'll just be the water boy.
What does Carmen do?
Carmen can just be late.
Be late or lame?
Yeah, late.
I'll just have some beers. I'll wait for the guys to finish.
So what time does it start on Saturday, mate? If people want to get down and support the 13 well-prepared athletes that you've got?
The first wave goes at 6:30. It's from the Hilton Doubletree Hotel, so it's just a straight out and back swim, and then they'll bike from there through the marina across around the back of Jumeirah Parks up to Hesse Street, and then up and round Al Qudra.
So it doesn't start and finish in the same place?
No, it doesn't. It's a bit of a spectator's nightmare, actually. So it'll be, it starts in the marina, and then it will finish with a 3-lap run around the lake at Al Qudra.
Nice place to run, as long as it's not 50 degrees anyway. And
yeah.
What is it? The field has quite a few sort of top athletes in it, some professionals, etc. So people that do want to see it are going to see some of the best athletes in the world, aren't they?
Yes, yeah. I mean, I don't actually know what the pro field looks like this year, but last year certainly there was quite a strong professional field. So, and to be honest, the standard of athlete at amateur level now is so good that there's actually not a lot of separation between the two. So, we have a few guys running who'll definitely be in contention for podium, if not age group wins. So I'm pretty pumped actually to see how it all goes. Just hope that it's not too crazy windy.
Well, mate, judging on this morning and the fact that Carmen's plan to go and do some stand-up paddleboarding were blown out of the water. What did the guys say to you? You said you'd be all right to go, and they'd say you'd be all right to go, but you won't get back.
Yeah, they said like you can go, but you won't get back. And then Holly said, but she has big arms. And then they looked, and they just nodded.
The guys probably want to just relax and have the day off. Well, Flanners, mate, good luck to everyone who's racing from your stable, and we look forward. Maybe we can even, now that we know that this actually works, maybe you can join us next week and more often for your.
I look forward to it. I can and just not leave the lab at all. That'd be awesome. Yeah,
exactly, mate. Keep making a hole in that couch. Good job, mate, and good luck to everyone out there.
Cheers, Flex.
Many thanks. Great to join you.
Cheers, mate. Bye.
Cheers.
See you, buddy.
There we go. Flanners not putting the Lycra on, but maybe there's another one in January. I have to make sure he gets involved in that one. Talking about endurance sport, a quick condolences going out to Richard Holland, who lost his battle for his life. He's been a little bit sick for the last 3 years after getting knocked off his bike on the way out sort of towards Al Qudra 3 years ago. He's not had the best quality of life, and he left us during the week, and there's quite a lot of things going on over the next week to celebrate Richard's life. I know they're very active on Facebook, but it seems that he's in a much better place now. So condolences to those guys. In the news, this one's for you, Matt Jones. We've discussed it a little bit over the last couple of weeks. The topic is 6 reasons why you should sleep in the nude. Give me your 3.
I don't know. I just did it one day, and then I just kept on doing it. Hi.
If you were watching the video version, you know what's
I just realized I was the only one with a shirt, so I was like, fuck this.
Carmen has taken her shirt off. Talking about sleeping nude. 3 reasons?
2 reasons.
2 or 3? I'm going to read you the 6.
It's very comfortable.
Comfortable?
And, I don't know, I just feel relaxed when I do it. That's probably the hardest question I've ever had in my life.
I'll go through a few of it gives you 6 reasons here. Your partner may like you more.
Good.
That's one. It could help.
may like
this
you
is
more.
quite an interesting one. It could help prevent diabetes. It's a bit of a stretch, but here's the logic. Adults have small amounts of brown fat, aka good fat in their bodies, and a 2000 study looked at how bedroom temperature affected the fat. The 4-month study was small, just 5 males who slept in rooms heated and different temperatures. After 4 weeks spent at the coldest temp, the men had twice as much brown fat, and their insulin sensitivity was better, which a researcher says could lower the diabetes risk. I know Tim Ferriss loves 18 degrees. That's sort of his thing, sleeping as cold as possible. Tim Ferriss also sleeps naked, for those that care. Number 3, it's better for your lady health. Do you find? I'm not sure which one's that. Too much yeast, bacteria grow. Yep, next. It's how our ancestors did it. It can be better for the immune system, and your body temperature affects sleep. So, there we go.
Does that mean sleeping naked's paleo?
Mate, if your ancestors did it, then it could be paleo, yeah. Phil, are you a naked sleeper or an unnaked sleeper?
No.
No.
What?
One or the other.
No, I don't want to answer.
I don't want to answer.
Underwear.
Any specific
I like
type of
jackets. I fully like pajamas. I've got your pajamas.
I think you do.
You have matching pajamas.
No, he had a pair of long
one.
Baggy one. Yeah, check pajamas.
Baggy.
I stole them off him.
Really?
They're so comfy.
Yeah, I haven't seen them for a while.
Really?
Yeah. But I like it sleeping in cold.
Yeah.
Lily's always turning it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want it to
I
be
like sleeping in cold.
as cold as possible.
Yeah. When I was at boarding school, I used to open the windows and sleep in the super cold, and everyone else would get really pissed off with me.
It's good.
At
good
boarding school,
it's good for growth hormone.
Growth hormone. That's why Tim Ferriss likes it. At boarding school, I didn't sleep naked. That was dangerous. It wasn't cool at all. Anyway, that's what I found up on some
fire alarm goes off quite a lot in our building. So one time it's going to go off.
Do you ever go out for your fire alarm?
No, mostly.
So
I think. Yeah, but one time you're going to have to. And you'll be naked.
Yeah, when it's on fire. Yeah, that's.
You just get arrested and deported straight away. And you're like, what the fire alarm went off.
Why are you naked? My clothes burned on the way down. That was quite an interesting article, I thought. I'm sure there's a lot of other news articles out there that people might find more interesting, more educational, but I found that one interesting. Let's jump into some Q&A. This comes from Kim, and I know, Phil, you have a slow cooker. So it's all about slow cooker. Well, this is a very simple question. What is the best slow-cooked meal that you make?
Pulled pork.
Pulled pork.
Yes.
How do you make it? Because I think this came from... Kim said to me, I bought this slow cooker. I put a lump of meat in it, put the lid on, and left it. And she's like, it's fucking terrible, and it's dry as boots. I'm like, did you put any liquid in it? Nope. So, mate, how do you make your pulled pork?
Just put pork shoulder in there, probably about 2 kilos.
Yep.
Pork shoulder, and then just a bit of vegetable stock or something to go with it.
Yeah.
And then I asked Holly what spices to put in. She just said all the brown ones because I didn't know the names of any of them. So I found all the brown spices that were in my cupboard.
Just chuck them all
Put
in.
all of those in there.
Yeah.
And then the tip that you gave me was like about an hour before you think it's finished.
Yeah.
Which is about 5 or 6 hours.
Yeah.
Shred it
Yeah.
all up.
Yeah.
Leave it in the juices.
Yeah.
And then it's got another hour. And then it's real good.
That's real good.
I've had it.
You've been
Yeah,
at my house a couple
Have
of
you
times.
got a slow cooker, Jonesy?
No, I don't.
Have you?
I don't even have a house.
You don't have a house.
I don't have a house.
Well, actually, so
Actually,
technically you
I have.
do have a slow cooker because we have
Because
one at
I'm
our house.
I've made Jonesy some pulled pork before.
Yeah, it's been quite nice.
Yeah,
It's good.
happy with that. And one of the cool things about slow cooker is obviously you can then eat it a few days after. I've actually also frozen slow cooked food and defrosted it. It works quite well. One of the things on pulled pork, another good thing on pulled pork, if you don't do that last bit that you said, you can use Holly's barbecue sauce. If you pull that through the pork, which I think is actually where pulled pork gets its pulling from, when it's pulled back through, that tastes super good as well.
Yep.
But super simple. I mean, it's 6 to 8 hours, and you just put it on and off you go, right?
Yep.
I think lamb's pretty good in there.
Holly's got quite a few recipes, I think, for slow.
Holly's got quite a few, and I keep on telling her people need to know about it. You need to put them on the website, and she still hasn't done it. It's pathetic. It's ridiculous. One of the easiest things that she's taught me how to cook.
No comment. I don't.
Mate, it obviously is because
it's
now,
all you.
Now,
I feel like you're in MasterChef or something.
but now is the perfect time for me to direct all our multi-million listeners over to Holly's recipe, and it's not there. All I've been able to do is guide them to her barbecue sauce. Still, one of the things that she taught me was shoulder of lamb, 12 or 10 to 12 lemons squeezed, rosemary, Bosch. 8 hours later, it tastes absolutely awesome and lasts a few days.
I can confirm that.
Yeah.
I cooked it for you. It's
At least 2 kilos.
You do need at least, that's the thing as well, because it both the pork and the lamb shrink a little bit because the fat kind of drains out of it. So if you have like a 1.5 kilo piece, it only does for one meal really. If you want to have a good feed, but yeah, when I'm cooking in it, I try and.
You'll make
Remember that one?
One day.
Yeah, I'll make you one.
Yeah, you'll make it.
Have you? You've got a slow cooker,
No,
James?
I don't. I want it.
They're so cheap as well, though.
Like 200 dirhams.
Yeah, it was the
if
first
that.
thing you made me buy when we went to Carrefour when I first got here on the house.
Get one.
You just like buy it.
Yeah,
200 dirhams.
It was 200 dirhams.
And you make good use out of it, don't you? Like
Probably
it
use
could be
it.
a little bit more.
I could use it more. It's just
But,
yeah.
Yeah.
But I've definitely got 200 dirhams worth of use out of it.
You'll get a slow cooker as soon as you...
As I find a house.
Holly and Mods don't need another one.
So if anybody has a house, maybe I can do a room.
But I think there's a lot of really easy recipes out there, and if people do follow paleo, want to be super healthy as well, most of them are real healthy because it's just some chicken stock, some spices, and Holly's actually done chicken pieces, chicken breasts and stuff in it.
Yeah, Lily does hers. Like if she's
done a whole chicken.
No. Chicken breasts though, and just puts them all in and puts stuff on it that makes it taste nice. It goes.
I know
nice.
JP has told me multiple times that he's cooked a whole chicken in one. Apparently it tastes good.
While he's watching the cricket, he's just in there relaxing.
Right, it's coming into cricket season. New Zealand are actually playing Australia, or were playing Australia, and not good result for New Zealand.
Not good at all.
You wanted to go and watch it. When do you want to go?
Is it here?
No, I don't
you said you wanted to go and watch it.
Oh, just a game. But
right.
If some decent teams are playing, I'm not going to.
They bring Pakistan here quite a lot because it's too dangerous to play in their own country. At Sport City.
Right.
Yeah, so when
You'd go watch them.
for a while, Pakistan were having their home games here in Dubai.
Right.
We'll take Mooney. Do you want to go and watch the
Moon's,
cricket? Yeah. Loves it. Yeah, out at Sport City. It's quite a good stadium. I think England have actually played Pakistan out there.
They were playing recently.
Yeah.
England.
We can run from the track to the stadium, and that'd be good. Where were we? Slow cook, very simple.
Yeah.
Holly needs to get some recipes up there.
Yeah.
Hi, I have a question for next week's podcast. I usually have around 45 to 60 minutes minutes between waking up and starting CrossFit classes, obviously in the morning. At the moment, I just drink a small amount of water on the way to the gym. Should I be eating or drinking something prior to a workout in order to raise my energy levels? Andrew Savage.
I think so.
Yep.
Yeah, if you want to raise your energy level, the water's not going to help.
Might help your hydration levels.
So if you want to come in the gym and then just burn more fat and you don't have stomach, but
that's one of the things. That's what I suggest.
It depends what you want.
Yeah, if you're sort of really chasing fat burning, I suggest to people working out in the morning that they work out in a fasted state. But if you're finding that your energy level's a bit low, stuff that I normally hit out to people: banana,
just simple
dates,
banana,
almonds.
Doesn't need to be much.
And he
man up and digest it quickly.
Man up and digest it quickly. Eat what?
Well, you ate
oatmeal.
The other day before they went to the track. You said you ate the full.
Oh yeah,
that steak
that felt so good. I just ate potatoes, steak, some vegetables.
How long before?
2 hours before.
Yeah.
So that's long enough.
So he's got 45 to 60 minutes.
Yeah, just
Well, a small meal.
Wake up earlier.
Just a small steak.
Wake up an hour earlier.
I'll just have like protein shake with water,
Protein
shake.
shake.
I would have an espresso shot, and then I'd be fine.
You'd be fine.
Yeah, if it was that early in the morning, because he trains at 6:30 a.m.
Trains
right?
at 6:30.
So there's that to consider too.
Espresso.
Blend an avocado into the shake.
Yeah, that could work.
Yeah.
Or I think people would find a benefit in something as simple as a few dates with the coffee as well.
Okay.
I've used that actually myself. I wake up in the morning feeling a little bit sort of not great and don't really want to have steak and sweet potato at that time. Just a couple of dates, or if Holly's got some of her stuff that is on the website, like what has she got in the fridge at the moment? Paleo lime bars.
The lime bars.
Yeah, quite cool. It's not got a whole deal of sugar.
Oh, and I have to mention her gingerbread. That's the best ever.
The best ever.
Ever.
I hate working out on an empty stomach though. I think you should eat something.
Yeah, so I need to have at least something. Let's have a look at
an
this
hour. An hour
one.
is plenty of time to digest.
Yeah.
I think as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get recommendations for 90 minutes, 2 hours, but I think an hour is plenty of time.
Yeah, unless you have steak and vegetables and stuff, and then you need a couple of hours. But yeah, again, based on the size of the meal.
If you're having a shake or something like that.
Yeah, we start the workout like 20 minutes before the end, so it's already like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I noticed that Phil posted an article, the 5 best exercises ever on there. I didn't agree with any of them. Phil, can you please explain what they were and why they were?
It wasn't the best ever.
This is anonymous, sorry. I don't or maybe I just made up the question.
5 best exercises. If you could only do 5.
Yeah. What were they? Just run us through them,
only
mate.
do 5
it was
for the
cool.
rest of your life.
Yeah, what would they be?
It was, for me, number 1 was snatch.
Yeah.
2 was loaded carries.
Yeah,
I like that one.
I like that one.
3 was
pull-ups.
Something. Pull-ups.
There was
I
pull-ups.
think I was actually 4. and 5 was squat. What was my third
Squat.
one? I can't remember.
Oh,
Back squat.
This is really
Back
embarrassing.
squat. You said back squat.
You even
the other
wanted
day.
us to discuss this. You wrote it on the board. I made up a bullshit question.
Yeah, wow.
Oh, mate, this is terrible.
Back squat.
No idea.
There was squat. Squat was the last one. I know that.
Running.
That you even put running in. That was
Yeah.
the third one. Yeah,
Third one was
I like
running.
that. Yeah, that was
But it
really
was
good.
what it wasn't
Hannah
like my
wants
it wasn't my
Is this
favorite
a,
5.
Is this a good time? Rudely disturbed by Hannah, but now we're back. Phil, let's finish off your discussion. 5 best exercises.
Yes.
Why?
I put the reasonings.
Quick recap for
just
those that can't read or can't be
snatch.
bothered to read.
It was something that something I've got, if I'm only doing 5, the basic answer, if I'm only doing 5 for the rest of my life, then I want something that I can at least work on that's going to take time. Snatch.
Yeah, that was. I did read that. Very
Loaded
true.
carries, it's probably the opposite to snatching, that it takes absolutely minimal form,
Yeah.
but you get a huge benefit from a really basic movement. You're going to get way stronger.
Yeah,
Probably something that we don't do enough.
Yeah.
Running, you should run.
mate. On a loaded carry, any variation of loaded carry,
Just
barbell on your back.
yeah, I guess
barbell
it's a
overhead.
bit generic, but yeah, I'd say my favorite was a yoke.
Yeah.
Just
My least favorite. I
Yeah,
absolutely
I think
hate
you
it.
get so strong just
No.
from walking around with a heavy object.
Hurts.
Yeah,
Hurts everywhere.
running.
I feel like I get shorter by every step I take. Just get shorter.
That's childish. I've never seen anyone so strong and hate yokes so much.
Yeah.
I'm not strong. I'm not strong like in those
Strong
things.
like bull.
I'm just
Okay.
good in snatch.
And then running.
Running was there. That's
Yep.
really important. Got to
Really
get fit.
important. Got to get fit. Got to run.
Yeah. Pull-ups. Best bodyweight exercise you can do, I think.
Yeah. Probably.
Jonesy agrees. And then
Yes.
squats.
Just the best
You got
exercise you can do.
Best exercise ever. You
Go
got
on.
any different ones? You said it.
Yeah, slightly
What
different.
would you
but
want in there?
No real order here, guys. But power clean and press.
Just
No jerks. No split jerks.
just
Really old school.
strict or push?
Strict.
Oh, really? That's
I said,
pathetic, really, because you're always going to power clean more than you can strict press.
shut up.
So basically, ground to overhead, but no technique.
Yeah, just no technique. Just
Yeah.
get it there.
Just get it over.
Just old school.
Those ones.
Strict pull-ups.
Okay.
Strict
Okay.
pull-ups.
No kipping.
I actually said burpees,
Yeah.
which you
Yeah.
sort of didn't agree with, but I just think
No.
if you're in a jail cell, that's the only thing you can do there.
I was on a,
So you'd substitute
I was on
I
a,
know.
on a
Burpees.
deserted island. It was better than a jail cell.
Burpees
Because I was thinking
for
burpees.
running.
Because then you can get some good conditioning out of that as well. So,
Yeah.
front squat,
Front.
only because of thoracic mobility. No, not just because of that. And I was stuck on the 5th one, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You've
I
had
don't
4
know,
days
so-
to think about it.
4 days to think about it. Yeah,
Come on.
true.
Maybe you should put in double unders.
I should, yeah. yeah,
low
skipping.
blow.
Wobbles.
Wobble.
Wobbles?
No, not
That's more
wobbles.
for me.
Who cares? Maybe thrusters, but yeah, I don't know.
What do you want?
No double unders. Who cares about that?
I would put snatch,
Yes.
thrusters, or maybe a cluster. So you have a clean and a thruster
Squat
in one
variations,
move.
the easiest way
Yeah?
to sum all those up.
What else did I have? Running. You'd be surprised about that.
This is going from bad to worse.
Something else. Pull-ups and do I have 5 already? No.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Move on.
And toes to bar.
This subject's closed. I'd have overhead squat and that'd be it. So, from Haley, random question for the podcast. To help mostly running stroke track training, what watches do you guys think are the best? Personally, for a beginner who's simply wanting to time, stop, start, but is there anything worth spending extra money on? A high-tech WizKid gadget, or just go for simple recommendations and personal opinions? Phil, watch that you use.
The Garmin.
Garmin watch that you
It's a
use.
4Runner X
Forerunner.
T90 or something. I think that's what it's called.
Mohammed
But-
Qasim also has one.
Yeah.
I've seen 15 pictures of it in 48 hours. since
He
bought it.
even sent me a picture.
I bet he
He
did.
just got my number and he sent me a picture of all the things he did that day.
That's how it starts, man. Lucky he doesn't know how to download a podcast in iTunes yet. Otherwise, there would be a million and one questions. Watch.
What did you give me?
I gave you a Sunto one.
Okay, that one.
Jonesy?
I'd say Sunto. Yeah, that's no reason. But
You're happy with the
even though
Sunto?
mine's broken at the moment, but
Yeah.
I've had it for a while. got good use out of it. So.
Yeah.
Have you not figured it out yet, though?
No.
I always have to go. I usually have to start it for you.
Yeah. I just see that word next there, and I just keep pressing it.
It actually does have next.
It's next.
This one has next. No. This one doesn't have next on it, but that one does.
That one does, yeah.
This must be where you found it. It was about that time when we got given.
It's like the one button that he doesn't have to press as well. He's like, oh, what do I press? Oh, this one?
Yeah.
No. Every week, no.
But just quickly, personal opinions on them, benefits of it, functions that you use.
I think if you're going to buy one, don't buy it just for the stopwatch.
Yeah.
Like, if you're actually going to spend some money,
just buy
then
a 30 dirham stopwatch if you want a stopwatch.
But if you want to buy a watch, then you want to make sure that you can see it's got a good GPS.
Yeah.
It can link to a heart rate monitor.
Yeah.
The things that I always like to see are my current lap time and my total lap time at the same time on the screen.
Yeah.
And then my heart rate as well. I want to be able to see that on the screen. So you can find that out. You know, if you're looking at the watch or you're asking it and you want to buy one, then you want to make sure you can get one.
Yeah.
The Sunto doesn't have that.
You haven't got it set up properly. I ran across the Sahara with the Sunto. It had all the data I needed.
Oh, why didn't you set it up right then for me?
Mate, I gave you the watch. The rest of it's your problem. I gave you the watch. I set up the training peaks. I set it up to go over enough already. That's it.
What?
Carl walked in.
Carl
Can I
walked in.
tell him I beat him in the...
I already told him, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's why
no
he looks so
surprise.
sad.
He is quite sad.
But yeah, I want to see lap times.
We want to see lap times. We want to see heart rate. We want to see speed as well. Yeah. I think they're the main things as well. And I think the main brands that I've used, Garmin, I think is the best that I've used. Sunto's pretty strong. Polar, original gangster. Really, they were sort of the first ones. I remember having my first one when I was about 13. Super good watch. I think one of the things for us definitely is to be able to directly upload the data. The cool thing about this watch is it goes directly to my phone via Bluetooth and then goes into Training Peaks, so I can see exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
When we're doing lap times, that's obviously quite important as well. I also have Garmin on my bike, so it all talks the same sort of language, so that's cool. But I think as well, if you're going to get a watch, you're either going to go that super cheap stop sort of thing on lap times, or it's worth spending a little bit of money and getting all the information.
How much one that...
Mate,
if you wanted a decent one, but
the Sunto ones were pretty expensive. They were over 2,000. I think you can get quite a reasonable Garmin, or I think you can also get a reasonable Sunto one for over the 1,000 dirham mark, about 1,500. Obviously, cool things in this day and age is to be able to sync it via Bluetooth to your phone or to your laptop, which is quite cool. So all the data goes directly in, but at the same time, yours still syncs by the wire, and it's not really it's not really a big deal. You plug it in, 2 minutes later, all of your data's on Training Peaks anyway.
It's a bit of an investment, really, but
it's a little bit of an investment, mate.
3 brunches you have to miss out on.
Yeah, it is a bit of an investment, but if you do want to, if you do want to get better at running and you want to be a little bit measurable and you want to sort of track your heart rate and your progress, I find it hugely motivating. Like as soon as I finished a bike set or a run, even now, and I've done a lot of this stuff, I'm straight. I want to see it there. I want to see my graphs. I want to see my averages. I want to, and I get super motivated. And one thing as well, I know that especially on the bike with the power, because I get power on my Garmin on that as well, which is a separate bit of equipment, but I'm constantly fighting to make sure I keep that power, because I don't want to be disappointed, because I'm supposed to hit 110% of power, and I know that the graph sees it, and obviously Flanners sees it, and if I'm below that power, he just gives me a load of shit. So
one thing that I really enjoyed, we did the thruster and running workout last week.
Yeah,
it was good being able to use. I've kind of learned the pace and things, and being able to use the watch on my lap time. And I actually kept my overall time pretty fast, really. So so it was good having it for that.
I think they're definitely worth the investment, and as I said, I think those 3 are sort of the big 3 of all the ones I've used. I'm liking Garmin the most, and I've had this Garmin since about April, and I like it a lot, and I also like the Garmin that I have on my bike, and they seem pretty good. They've integrated heart rate and everything that athletes need into their GPS system. So, and price-wise, I think Garmin are some of the most reasonable ones. I think a lot of them, and a lot of the watches are available over at our friends Wolfies as well. So if people are coming into the gym, get over there, say hi to those guys, and pick one up there. But the prices range massively, and I think that's for how interactive they can be. Another one that Haley sent in, I've always been told not to have too many carbs in the evening, usually after the time of 5 or 6 p.m. Obviously, in the natural of cabin crew jobs, we can be awake. The nature, I guess, of cabin crew jobs, we can be awake at any time, be it day or night, with food prepping as much as possible. Do you think this rule still applies regarding the timing of eating? This is a bit complicated because even if it's nighttime, shift can still be a work days, hours.
Yeah. Basically, sometimes they end up, rather than being awake for 16 hours and asleep for 8 hours like most people kind of are, they could end up being awake for maybe 24, maybe more sometimes, and then they sleep for a little bit, and then they're back. It's daytime again, so they never really get a set pattern. So
I think and then she goes on, would it not necessarily matter as long as you're eating the right things, or could it just be individual to each person? I think it's a little bit individual to each person. Obviously, when you're awake for a long period of time, and when you're skipping sleep and the circadian rhythm is all screwed up, so you're sleeping in the day when you're actually supposed to be awake, I think you do have a little bit. I think the first part is probably so that's really specific to cabin crew, of which we have a lot, so we're trying to help you, but it is very specific to your goals. I think the first part, what she opens with, I've always been told not to have too many carbs in the evening, usually after the time of 5 or 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Why 5 or 6?
Yeah.
I think it's quite an old school thing, isn't it?
I think it is,
like, this isn't sort of my advice to members, but I definitely don't go by that rule. I eat a lot of carbs just before bed so that when I wake up, I'm not hungry.
Yeah.
And I notice a huge difference. Like, the morning shake that I have, like with my, which has got quite a lot of carbohydrates in, I have that just before bed. And if I forget to have it, or I don't have it some days just for some reason, I wake up starving. Yeah. And I hate it. I hate waking up feeling hungry because I feel like my muscles are being eaten.
Yeah. I think
I'm not a huge believer in that rule.
Yeah. As with a lot of the sort of nutrition questions and time, it does depend a little bit on your goal. There is obviously, if you're going to have a shit ton of pasta with loads of creamy sauce and cheese on it, and then go to bed and then tell me that you're having digestion problems, not able to sleep, it's like, well, obviously, so don't eat that after 5 or 6 p.m. at night. In fact, try not to eat that as much as possible ever, unless it's your cheat meal for the week. So you just have to be a little bit smart. But I'm the same as you, Phil. Like, I like to have sweet potato or something like that.
Although
at night,
I'm not particularly counting my macros, and I'm not particularly counting calories. I do take a look at it, but almost all my meals are exactly the same. If I did break it down, I think almost all my meals would be exactly the same in quantity of protein, carbs and fat.
Right.
I think your ratios would be different if you did actually look at it, but I think most of the meals that I see you eat are pretty much the same in quantity of that, whether regardless of what time of the day it would be.
Yeah.
So
lunch looks very similar to dinner.
I don't think it's something you really have to be like, oh, it's this time of the day. Yeah. And I think it's really bad for cabin crew to get into it because like you said, the rhythm, it's just there's no routine. And what we talked about at Fit Expo about people trying to control things that when they don't have a routine, it's just pointless, and you'll only beat yourself up about it.
Absolutely. Jonesy, you generally eat what you want when you want anyway, right? So
I could, but
do you feel at night if you have sweet potato?
I do like to have
a
lot of sweet potatoes at night, and I like to have carbs. Sometimes I don't, and then kind of I might wake up next morning just feeling a little bit
hungry.
I actually find I sleep better if I have a little bit more carbs in
it. Yeah. Just knocks you out a bit.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. I think one of the things as well is, as you've heard, mainly sort of, definitely for sort of health and well-being, I'd recommend that people stay away from the pastas, rice, potatoes and stuff like that, and move more into sort of sweet potato, the good options, even a load of greens. There's a load of carbohydrates in the greens as well. So the cabin crew thing, maybe we'll
just eat when you're hungry, I guess. For those, they've got to just, rather than thinking about set meal times and things like that, it kind of just has to be eat when you're hungry, sleep when you need to, and things like that. I don't know if that's the best answer, and I'm probably not the best person. Yeah, Holly's been a cabin crew for 13 years. She's probably a better person to ask than me.
Holly's eating is similar to mine, and a lot of the time she will go to bed a little bit more hungry, because if she gets in at 2 a.m. and what are you going to do? Have a meal, and then you've got to digest it. Your body's all over the place anyway. But a lot of mornings she'll wake up super hungry, and I'm in trouble if there's no shake in the fridge. Well, she's in more trouble than I am because I'm already at the gym. But this one is from Carlin. I'm inspired by the work the InnerFight team put into their training and the passion they have for what they do. But one thing concerns me from watching these podcasts and seeing the coaches Carmen excluded, of course, without their shirts on. She's changed that today.
Yes.
And this is the crux of his question, which I think might apply to quite a lot of people. At what point of my physical development can I expect my body hair to fall out? My wife quite likes mine, and I'm worried that if I ever get too fit, buff, trim and cut, it will all fall out. I'm pretty sure this is the only thing that's holding back my progression.
Hey. Just because you bought me chocolate in last week doesn't mean I have to answer these questions.
Jonesy.
I don't know. No. He'll be fine. Just continue to get ripped and he'll be sweet.
You should ask. I reckon Ben's a good person to ask about.
Ben Davies.
Yeah, he's into his men's
male grooming,
hygiene.
Really,
male grooming. I reckon.
Do you think Ben would be? Do you think Ben would be a big gorilla if he wasn't?
Maybe.
Maybe we should.
I got like 3 hairs on my chest.
Mine's a bit sporadic.
I think I have more chest.
The same 3 hairs for the last 10 years. So.
3 years.
Is this something that might be slightly genetic? Is your dad hairy?
I think he has got a pretty hairy chest.
Yeah. So maybe it skips a generation.
Isn't, so it's okay.
That's what my mum always used to say to me. She goes, "When are you going to grow hair on your chest?" And try and embarrass me. And my dad would turn around and he goes, "Well, I don't have any." He's pretty similar to me. But yeah, I think like Jonesy said, I think he should just continue sort of trying to
relax.
Just be as fit as possible. Just keep coming in at 5:30
a.m.
He needs to if he does more, all my hair, like whenever I start to get a few hairs, I'm like, I'm starting to get a bit of a hairy chest. I do some chest to bar pull-ups and they're all gone. Do a lot of power cleans, and like I've got like a big patch on both legs where all the hair's gone on the front of my legs.
Yeah, on the front. I whipped off a load with the rope the other day as well.
Carlin, do more chest to bar pull-ups. More power cleans.
Yeah. And if you are tired at 5:30 and you're going to get cranky and try and road rage me in the car park, just come at 4:30 in the afternoon. It's a lot more chill. Drive safely. That's a very, very good question to finish up on. And if we wrap it up, folks, you can get the podcast obviously in YouTube, iTunes, wherever you want. Send it to your friends. We'd appreciate that. Come and see us at the gym. Free intro class is still running. Ben Davis is absolutely dominating that. Loves it.
Yeah,
just loves it. 6 o'clock on a Monday. Yeah, genuinely. It's like he's really happy with it. He'll be in.
He's doing a good job there, isn't he?
Yeah, super good job. The intro class is absolutely free. 6 o'clock on a Monday, 7 o'clock on a Wednesday. No need to promote all the other programs because they're full.
Yeah.
So until next week.
Yeah,
that's it. Thanks, folks.
Bye.
Cheers.